So, hi everybody. So, I am going to discuss some more problems which is related on the bijective function. Here it is the first problem. So, let f from n to n. Here the function is defined from natural number to natural number. Then it is going to be n is going to be the domain, and again n is going to be the codomain, and the question is defined that, and the function is defined that f of x is equal to n plus 1, f of x is equal to n plus 1, f of x is equal to n plus 1 divided by 2 if n is going to be an odd number. When n is going to be an odd number, when n is an odd number, then f of x is equal to n plus 1 divided by 2. Suppose n is an even number, then it is going to be n by 2, then it is going to be n by 2. Or you can say that for all n belongs to n. So here the small letter n is the member or the element which is present in a natural number n. So we need to check, or we need to state that is it a bijective function, or we need to check here the given function is a bijective function or not. So to validate for the bijective function, it must be in the form of the one-one function as well as the undo function. Or we can say that if the given function is valid for one-one as well as the undo function, then it is going to be a bijective function. Here the given function f of x is equal to n plus 1 divided by 2. If n is an odd number, so we need to check that one. So if n is n by 2 is, if n is an even number, the function is going to be n by 2. Here, if the value of n is an odd number, the function is going to be n plus 1 divided by 2. If the value of n is an even number, then n by 2 is going to be the function. So clear? The solution is given. So given f of x is equal to the given function f of x is equal to n plus 1 by 2 if n is odd number. So n by 2 if n is even number. So that's the given function. So observe here. Suppose I am giving the value of n is equal to any odd number. The function is going to be n plus 1 divided by 2. So like that, let n is going to be 1, let n is going to be 1. Then f of 1 is going to be 1 plus 1 divided by 2. So value is going to be 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 divided by 2 is going to be 1. When I am giving the n is equal to 1, and we can say sir, when I am giving the value of an odd number, so it is going to be n plus 1 divided by 2. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. Suppose n is equal to 2, I am giving any number in the form of an even number. So I am giving an even natural number, it is going to be 2. So then f of 2 is equal to 2 by 2 because they have given n by 2. When the value of n is going to be an even number, then it is going to be f of x is equal to n by 2. When the value of n is going to be an odd number, then it is going to be n plus 1 divided by 2. So here n is equal to odd number, I have given n plus 1 divided by 2. Here n is equal to 2, it is going to be even number, then it is going to be n by 2. So what is the value of 2 by 2? Again 1. So one function defines that the element which is present in a domain must contain only one images in a codomain R or in a codomain N. So here we have the two elements having the same images. One is going to be an element in a domain, 2 is going to be an element in a domain. But these two elements in a domain contain only one images in a codomain N. So we can say that the element 1 has the image of 1, the 2 has the image of 1. So the element which is 1 and 2 has the same images. We can say that it is not a one-one function because the definition says that every element in a domain must contain only one images in a codomain. So then it is not valid for the definition of one-one function. So we can say that it is not a one-one function. 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 So we can say that because 1 and 2 have the same image. So we can say that it is not a one-one function. So to check the undo function, here they have given n is an odd number, then it's going to be n plus 1 divided by 2. That's going to be function. When n is going to be even number, n by 2 is going to be the function. Suppose to check the onto, so to check the onto function, so to check the onto function, then it's going to be, suppose if n is odd, we can say that f of x is equal to y is nothing but n plus 1 divided by 2, n plus 1 divided by 2, or you can say that n plus 1 in the place of n, you can also substitute the value of x here. Is nothing going to be the major difference. So we can say that, so 2y is equal to n plus 1, or we can say that 2y minus 1 is equal to n. So here 2y minus 1 is a member of n. Suppose if we give y is going to be any natural number, yavatharu natural number, because already we have mentioned that y is the element which is present in a codomain. So codomain enagide is also from the set of natural numbers. Gamana kodbeki, ಇದು ನಾವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. This is the major thing. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಕೋಡೊಮೈನ್ ಸಹ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ y is an element in a codomain ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ is also from the natural number. ಹೌದಾ? ನೀವು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಕೋಡೊಮೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡಿ. So suppose assign any values to the y from the set of natural numbers. It's going to be, suppose if you give 1 here, so 1 is a natural number. If you give y is equal to 1, so 2 into 1 is again 2, 2 minus 1 is again 1, so 1 is going to be that natural number. 1 is going to be the pre-image of 1. Suppose if you give 2, 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 1 is going to be 3, so 3 is going to be the pre-image of 2. Like that, if you give any numbers, any natural numbers to the y, so it is going to be a natural number. So we can say that it belongs to capital letter n. This belongs to capital letter. In the case of an odd function, the given function is an onto function, because if you give any values to the y, the values is also belong to the set of natural numbers. We can say that it is an onto function. So if the value of n is an even number, if n is even, then f of x is equal to y is nothing but n by 2, or you can say that 2y is equal to n. This also belongs to n. Let me verify. So 2y, if we give any values to the y from the set of natural numbers, suppose 1 is going to be 2, suppose 2 it's going to be 4, suppose it is going to be 3, then it's going to be 6. So 6 is also belongs to natural number. If we give y is equal to some 10 crore, so it's going to be 20 crore, which is also the element of the set of natural number. We can say that, so 2y is equal to n is also the member of the set of natural numbers. We can say that it is a onto function, but it is not going to be a permanent function, because 1 and 2 has the same images 1, so it is going to be not a permanent function. But here the element which belongs to the set of natural numbers, when the case of n is an odd number, in the case of n is an even number, it is also belongs to the set of natural numbers. We can say that it is going to be an onto function, but it is not a bijective function. Because it is not a one-one function, so it is not a bijective function. Okay, so just pause the video and note it down. So the next question is, let a is equal to r minus 3, that a is equal to r minus 3, and b is equal to r minus 1. Consider the function f from a to b. So defined by f of x is equal to x minus 2 divided by x minus 3 is 1 1 and 2 question mark. They have given the question mark on 1 1 and 2 and justify your answer. So observe the question here. So what is the meaning of a is equal to r minus 3? So a is equal to the set of real numbers. In that set of real numbers, the 3 is not going to present in the particular real number set. And then is a is equal to set of real numbers ಇದೆ. ಆ real numbers ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. And b is going to be the set of real numbers. In that set of real numbers, 1 is not going to be present. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಆ real number ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ b a ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, b ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂತ ಸೆಟ್ ಎ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿ ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂತಹ ಸೆಟ್ಗಳ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎ ಟು ಬಿ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಸೆಟ್ ಎ? ಸೊ ಎ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ವೇರ್ the 3 is not going to be present, and B is a set of real numbers where 1 is not going to be present in a particular set B. Then f from A to B defined by f of x is equal to x minus 2. F of x is equal to x minus 2 divided by x minus 3. So there is the given function. So in the given function, we need to verify is the one function as and the function, and we need to justify our answer. The solution is going to be solution given. So given f of x is equal to x minus 2 divided by x minus 3, x minus 2 divided by x minus 3. Then let f of x1 is equal to f of x1 is equal to f of x2. Then it's going to be x1 minus 2 divided by x1 minus 3 is equal to x2 minus 2 divided by x2 minus 3. Here x1 minus 2 divided by x1 minus 3 is equal to x2 minus 2 divided by x2 minus 3. So just I am going to cross multiply each other here. So it's going to be x1 minus 2 into x2 minus 3 is equal to x1 minus 3 is into x2 minus 2, because to verify x1 is equal to x2, so just I am taking the cross multiplication here. x1 minus 2 is into x2 minus 3 and x1 minus 3 into x2 minus 2. So here x1 into x2 minus 3 minus 2 into x2 minus 3 is equal to x1 into x2 minus 2 minus 3 into x2 minus 2 minus 3 into x2 minus 2. Here x1 into x2 minus 3 into x1 minus 2 into x2 plus 6, because minus 2 into minus 3 is going to be plus 6 is equal to x1 x2 minus 2x1 minus 2x1. So here minus 3x2, so it's going to be plus 6. So observe what are the things going to be common in both the sides, and in such cases the common things are going to be cancelled from both the sides. So x1 and x2 so equal, they are cancelling each other from LHS as well as RHS. Here plus 6 and minus 6, so plus 6 and plus 6 on both sides, these things are to cancel each other. Then the remaining thing, so just I am shifting x1 values to the LHS and x2 values to the RHS, because so to verify the equality between x1 and x2. So 2x1 minus 2x1 is going to shift to the LHS. It's going to be minus 3x1 plus 2x2. So 2x1 is equal to, so minus 3x2. So then minus 2x2 is going to shift to the RHS. It's going to be plus 2x2. Then it's going to be minus x1 is equal to minus x2. Minus x2. Minus x1 is equal to minus x2. Here the negative signs is going to be cancelled, so it's going to be x1 is equal to x2. When the value of x1 is equal to x2, then we can say that it's going to be a 1-1 function. It is a 1-1 function. So next one, to check the R2 function. So let f of x is equal to x minus 2 divided by x minus 3 is the limit y. So just I am taking, so just I am cross multiplying each other here. So here is going to be x minus 2 is equal to y into x minus 3. So then I am multiplying the things. So here x minus 2 is equal to xy minus 3y, because everything should be comes under the value of x. So ಅವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೋಡೊಮೈನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. x ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಡೊಮೈನ್, y ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕೋಡೊಮೈನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನೀವು ಕೋಡೊಮೈನ್ ಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಳು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ ನನಗೆ x ಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಳು ಕೊಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೋಡೊಮೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ 3 ಬೇಸಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ನನಗೆ x is equal to something ಬರಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು x x1 is equal to x2 ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ because to verify the one function ನನಗೆ x1 ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಇಮೇಜ್ ಇರಬೇಕು that's going to be from the domain and x2 ಗೆ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರಬೇಕು that's going to be from the domain so like that to verify the one function we are just going the x1 is equal to x2 here to verify the r2 function just I am shifting x is equal to something in the form of y ಅವಾಗ ಬಂದು ನಮಗೆ y ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ ನನಗೆ x ಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ so then so x ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ x minus xy is equal to minus 3y plus 2 so we can say that here the common thing is x so 1 minus y is equal to minus 3y plus 2 so it's going to be x is equal to 2 minus 3y divided by 1 minus y 2 minus 3y divided by 1 minus y observe the given condition a is equal to r minus 3 and b is equal to r minus 1 because it is going to be valid for here suppose b means is going to be the code byte r minus 1 is in a such that suppose if I am giving the 1 here so it is not defined here so they have given the r minus 1 because the 1 is not going to present in a relative set b so ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನನಗೆ y ಗೆ 1 ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ so ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಳು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ so suppose ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ 3 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಳು ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ because 3 is not going to present in a relation sorry in a set a ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆ ಸೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ 3 ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 3 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಳು ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ x is equal to 3 ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಳು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಬಟ್ 3 ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ b ನ ಕಂಪೇರ್ r minus 1 ಇದೆ so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 1 ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ the function itself is not defined ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಳು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ because in the denominator is going to be 0 in the numerator ನನಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಳು ಬರ್ತದೆ denominator 0 ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ it's going to be not defined so ಇಲ್ಲಿ y is equal to 1 ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ this belongs to set b belongs to set b so you can say that it's going to be it is an onto function it is a one-one function as well as onto function you can say that it's going to be the bijective function observe here that f of x is equal to x minus 2 divided by x minus 3 is nothing but y to consider that one so x minus 2 is equal to y into x minus 3 so here so just I'm multiplying y to the x minus 3 so it's going to be xy so when I am multiplying x into 3 is going to be minus 3y so just I am shifting the value of x to the one side and the value of constant and the y to the RHS so here x minus xy is equal to minus 3y plus 2 because here the minus 2 when you shift to the RHS is going to be the plus 2 so then x into 1 minus y because the common thing is going to be x and 1 minus y is equal to minus 3y plus 2 then it is going to be x is equal to 2 minus 3y divided by 1 minus y which is belongs to b so we can say that is going to be an onto function so just pause the video to note it down so the next concept is the composition of a function this is going to be the most important concept among your functions so the definition says that let f from a to b and g from b to c be a two function they have given a two functions here that's going to be f function and there's going to be another function g so we can say that f from a to b is the first function and g from b to c is going to be the second function be the two function then the composition of f and g denoted by g of f ಅಥವಾ gof ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ we can say that g of f can also be pronounced as gof so then it is defined as gof from a to c that's going to be given by g of f or we can say that g of x is going to be g of f of x for all x belongs to observe here let f from a to b that's going to be the first function and g from b to c that's going to be the second function or we can say that these f and g are going to be the two function then the composition of f and g denoted by gof then the function defined by gof from a to c given by g of f of x is equal to g of f of x for all x belongs to a now the concept is stated there this is going to be the set a and this is going to be the set b and this is going to be the set c first function f is defined from a to b F is defined from A to B, and another function G is defined from B to C. B to C. Then the composition of function G of F of is defined from A to C. A to C. Observe ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. F ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ the elements is present in A, that's going to be the codomain elements. Is going to be the codomain elements. ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? That's going to be the elements of the codomain. ಗೊತ್ತಾದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? That's going to be the elements of the codomain. And ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ codomain ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ g of x ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ g of x ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. That's the most important thing here. ನಾವು f ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ a is going to be the domain. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು f ಗೆ b ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? That's going to be the codomain. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು g ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ g of x ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ g of x ಅಲ್ಲಿ that b is going to be the domain elements. But when you consider the function f, that's going to be the codomain. When you consider the domain b, or when you consider the function g of x, the b set is going to be the domain elements. So domain versus whatever the codomain is going to be C. The codomain is going to be C. And when you consider the composition of these two functions, when you consider the composition of these f and g, then it is going to be Goff here. In the Goff function, A is going to be the domain and C is going to be the codomain. So observe the definition carefully. So let f from A to B and g from B to C be the two function. Then the composition of f and g. In the composition of f and g denoted by Goff, we can say that this g of x. So g of x, then ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು? Goff ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? So then define as Goff from A to C. Here A is going to be the domain and C is going to be the codomain. So given by g of f of x, or we can say that ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದೆ. So g of Goff of x ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಬರೆಯೋಣ. g of x is equal to g of f of x for all x belongs to A. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ? From set A ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ this concept will be clearly understood while solving the problem. So this is the definition of the composition function. So make a note of this one. So this part the video note down. Okay, the next problem, the first problem under the composition of a function. So here the function is defined by r. The given problem is going to be, let f from 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is going to be the set A and here because already while explaining the definition, f from A to B, we have mentioned that f from A to B. Here the set A is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. Our set list elements, there are 4 elements, that is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. That is defined, that's going to be the domain, and that f from 2, 3, 4, 5 to the set B, where the B is going to be 3, 4, 5, 9. So while explaining the composition of a function, I am explaining that f from A to B, where B is going to be the codomain in a given function f, but while we consider the function g of x, where the codomain in a function f is going to be the domain in a function g of x. Here observe here 3, 4, 5, 9. 3, 4, 5, 9 is the codomain in this function f is going to be the domain in a function g. Then the codomain for the function g is going to be 7, 11, 15. 7, 11, 15. So it is going to be the codomain, and the function is defined as, that's going to be the two function. That's going to be f and g. That's going to be the two function, and the two function is defined as f of 2 is equal to 3. F of 2 is equal to 3. And f of 3 is equal to 4. F of 3 is equal to 4. F of 4 and f of 5 is equal to 5. So that's the function defined. So and g of 3 is equal to g of 4 and is nothing but 7. So g of 5 is equal to g of 9 is equal to 11. Then find Goff. So let me explain the solution here. So let me consider the set. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So next one is set A and that's going to be set A. So this is going to be set B, 3, 4, 5, 9, and set C is going to be 7, 11, 15. 7, 11, 15. So we need to find the GOF. GOF. So GOF is equal to g of f of x is equal to is the limit GOF. GOF of x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ x is going to be the element which is present in set A. So is the limit g of f of x. g of f of x. Clear? ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ the value of x is going to be 2, the answer is going to be 3. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Yes. So f of 3 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4 ಬರ್ತದೆ. 3 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ 4 ಬರ್ತದೆ. 4 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ 5 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Again 5 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ 5 ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ. When the value of f of 2 is going to be 3, when the value of x is going to be 3, then it is going to be 4. When the value of x is equal to 4 and 5, it is going to be 5. So when you consider g of x, so when the value of g of x is equal to 3, so answer is going to be 7. When the value is going to be 4, again it is going to be 7. And it is going to be 7. When we consider 5, is going to be 11. When we consider 9, again it is going to be 11. Then how can we find the g of x? So ನೀವು x ಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಡಿ. x ಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ g ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? 2 ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? 7 ಬರ್ತದೆ. 3 ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? again 7 ಬರ್ತದೆ. 4 ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? again 11 ಬರ್ತದೆ. 5 ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? again 11 ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಗಮನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ? ಇದರಿಂದ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ನೋಡಿ 2 ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ 3 ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. 3 ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? 7 ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಇಂದ 7 ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 3 ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? 4 4 ಗೆ 7 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3, 7 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? 4, 5 ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4, 11 ಬರ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? yes. 5, 5 ಇದೆ. then it's going to be 5, 11. or we can say that g of f of x is equal to, it should be in the form of an order pair because they are given in elements. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ. ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೆ ಏನು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವೋ ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ is also becoming a domain for the another function g of x, or we can say that in the function the major thing, the function, this function is a codomain for the function r, but it is going to be the domain for the function other function g of x. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ g of x ಗೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? 2 ಕೊಡಿ. 2 ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? 7. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು 2 ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು f ಅಲ್ಲಿ, f ಗೆ 2 ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು g ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು. ನೀವು x ನ f ಗೆ ಕೊಡಿ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? g. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಟ್ಯಾಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಯಾವ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ ಯಾವುದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ 7 ಅಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸೊ 2, 7 ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. 3 ಕೊಡಿ. 3 ಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಬರ್ತದೆ? 7. ಸೊ 3, 7. So what about 4? 4, 11. 4, 11. What about 5? 5, 11. So these are the elements which is present in a g of f of x, or the composition of that whole function g and f. So come on, this is going to be the domain, this is going to be the codomain from f. Now you can say that f is defined from a to b, g is defined from b to c, then GOF is defined from a to c. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನನಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರೋದು ಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. 2, 3 ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ 7 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, 4 ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ 11 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, 5 ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ 11 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ದ ವಿಡಿಯೋ and write down. So well, the next question is find g of x or GOF and fog. Fog means f of g of x. Problem solve ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. If f from R to R, here the domain is going to be from the set of real numbers and the codomain is going to be set of real numbers, and g from R to R again is going to be set of real numbers to the set of real numbers, given by f of x is equal to cos x, and g of x is equal to 3x square, and g of x is equal to 3x square. Show that fog is not equal to GOF. This is going to be pronounced as a GOF, this will be pronounced as a fog. So solution. So to get GOF, so ಇದನ್ನ g of f of x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, so g of f of x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ, ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್, because so this is a question which is asked in the 2014 they asked for 2 marks question. 2014 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 marks question ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So find Gof and form, and where you show that Gof is not equal to form. So here, so g of f of x is nothing but g of f of x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರುವಂತ ಕೋಡೊಮೈನ್ g ಗೆ x ಆಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. x ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ f of x is nothing but f of x ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಸಾರಿ ಕೋಡೊಮೈನ್ Gof g ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ f of x ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ cos x. So g of cos x. So cos x ಗೆ ನಾನು p ಅಂತ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಲೈಕ್ this cos x is going to be p. ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ, f of x ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಕೋಡೊಮೈನ್ f of x ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ g ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಾನು ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ f of x ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಕೋಡೊಮೈನ್ g of x ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ cos x ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು p ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ g of p ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? ಈಗ g of x ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3x² ಅಂದ್ರೆ g of p ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? g of p ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? 3x p² ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? ಸೊ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಬಟ್ 3p² ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? ಹೌದಾ? ಬಟ್ p ಅಂದ್ರೆ cos x. ಸೊ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ 3 cos square x. 3 cos square x. Again ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ, we need to find the Gof here. So Gof is nothing but g of x, or you can say the g of f